In Vineland, New Jersey, William Ebeneezer Jones Jr. resided on Taylor Avenue with his parents and 2 siblings. William, a 3-year-old who went by Billy, adored his dogs. The family owned a basset hound and a collie. He had a special bond with Baby Cakes, his basset hound. Billy and Jill, his 2-year-old sister, were playing with the dogs behind their house on December the 17th, 1962. Their mother, Evelyn, was inside preparing lunch and caring for Bart, their youngest child, who was 1 year old, while their father was at work. From the window, Evelyn would occasionally check on Billy and Jill. Around 1 p.m., Evelyn heard a knock on the door. When she opened it, she found Jill standing alone, holding a plastic poinsettia in a container. Upon being asked about Billy's whereabouts, Jill replied that the Boogeyman had taken him. Evelyn immediately went outside to search for Billy. A man in a green automobile subsequently questioned Evelyn, "Are you Mrs. Jones?" She disregarded the man because she did not know him, and she continued to look for her son. A neighbor was the last person to see Billy. Billy was outside the neighbor's home at 11:45 a.m. when they instructed him to return home. The family initially had trouble locating Baby Cakes as well. Strangely, the pet soon showed up, dripping wet. In the days that followed, hundreds of individuals searched the woods and bodies of water near Billy's home. This included sailors, police officers, members of the National Guard, Navy helicopters, and boats, as well as the use of bloodhounds. However, due to the high volume of searchers in the area, the dogs lost Billy's scent close to the family's home. This led to the hypothesis that Billy had somehow gotten into the trash container by climbing in or having his body deposited inside. Between 1:30 and 2 p.m. on the day of Billy's disappearance, authorities met with the individuals who picked up the trash. Authorities searched the landfill despite their claims that they would have seen a youngster in the rubbish. Little Billy was nowhere to be found. Billy may have perished in a nearby body of water, possibly Robin Bridge, given that Baby Cakes was very wet when she was found. After the child fell in, maybe Baby Cakes tried to save him, or maybe Billy dove in after Baby Cakes. Billy's family said he would have done anything for his puppy. The family turned to a local psychic for help because they had no idea where Billy might be. The woman claimed Billy was still alive and had been taken by a man whose wife was distraught by the loss of their little son in his absence. Billy was raised in an Amish hamlet in Pennsylvania, according to the psychic. A few years later, a different psychic provided the police with a description of the vehicle and the person she thought had accidentally hit Billy and murdered him. She asserted that the man had interred the body close to the spot where he disappeared. To help Jill remember more specifics about the day her brother disappeared, she was hypnotized as an adult. As 2 men battled in front of an oil drum fire at the Palace of Depression, a landmark close to the family's home, she recalled holding hands with Billy during the incident. Although the area was examined, no evidence was found. According to Jill's memories, Billy might have strayed inside the Palace of Depression or been struck by a car and killed there. Billy has been missing for 61 years. Despite countless tips, there have never been any arrests or reliable sightings. Shortly after Billy vanished, his family relocated to another town, and they rarely brought up the tragedy. Billy's younger brother and father are both deceased. Jill, who is still alive, is still looking for her brother and believes that a couple who wish to replace their lost or deceased son abducted him. Billy is 64 if he is still alive. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you know anything about this case, and what do you think happened to Billy?